and welcome to Panther Broadcast Channel's 19th production. To begin, a staff member recently sat down with Mrs. Murphy, who's new to CHS this year, to learn more about her.
On your marks, get set, go. So what's your name and age?
My age, huh? My name is Kendra Murphy, and I am 34.
What's your background in the education industry?
My background in the education industry is, well, let's see, I started out as a business management and accounting major, and when I went to work in accounting, I realized that that wasn't really what I wanted to do, and so I took an alternate route to get certified to teach, and so I have been teaching. This is my 8th year, my 8th year in education in the state of Missouri.
What do you like about Centralia High School?
I like the size and just the feel of community that you get here. It's really nice to walk down the hallways and know a lot of the students already, even though I haven't even been here for a semester.
What do you dislike about Centralia High School?
I think the building needs to be updated a little bit.
What are your goals as a teacher/educator?
Just to build relationships with the students and to let them know that there's somebody here that cares about them. I know that there's more than one somebody here that cares about them, but then also I know that math tends to be very difficult for some students, and so to show them that even though math might be difficult for them, that they still can succeed if they try their best.
What's your favorite class as of now?
I have a couple pre-algebra classes that they're very small classes. They have 10 kids in them, and I just think that anytime you have a class size that's small, it's so easy to bond with the kids and just create a fun environment.
Do you consider yourself a dog or a cat person?
A dog person.
We sent 2 staff members to investigate why people like to watch other people play video games. Make sure to check out the full video in the description below.
When you think of state champions at Centralia High School, what comes to mind? Softball? Football? Basketball? Well, Mr. Reynolds sat down with members of the cheerleading team to learn more about their program and its history.
I cheered in 7th and 8th grade at the middle school here, and then I cheered varsity my freshman year, and then I was a wrestling cheerleader because we had that back then.
So I've done it since I was 7.
I've done like mini cheer clinics for a while, but then I started my freshman year.
I did the mini cheer clinics when I was little, and then I started in 7th grade.
I did the mini cheer clinics and I started in 7th grade.
I started in 5th grade.
Well, I've done like mini cheer clinics and stuff since like kindergarten, but like actually season-wise, 7th grade.
Since 7th grade, so 4 years.
I started in 7th grade.
For the first 3 years I was in high school, competition was in August, and so the season was kind of in the summer. And then, during football, and then basketball season was just whatever. But this year was my first year doing competition, and I was able to because competition was moved to December, so it actually spilled into basketball season a little bit.
This year, the kids did amazing. There were things that they were able to get in the stunts and some of the tumbling things that we've never been able to get before. They just got a little nervous and were a little unclean on some of their motions and things, or we could have probably beat them again, but yeah. We started out placing barely in the top 5 in Class 2 small, and we slowly worked our way up to where we've won state 2 years in a row. We started having our JV compete a few years ago, which kind of added another dimension to it. We thought that would kind of help our kids be ready, get some of those jitters out before they have to walk into the Hearn Center for the first time. And then we started competing co-ed small. We had a guy that joined our team, Mitchell, and that put us into a whole different category because now they don't divide by class size. And so like this last competition, we lost to Lee Summit and Parkway South, which is challenging. But he's a senior graduating, and so I'm kind of excited to see what happens when we go back to the Class 2 small division and our kids are used to competing against these bigger schools in a little more competitive area. It could be very interesting.
The CHS Vocal Music Program has had an extremely busy month preparing for Madrigal and the Clarence Cannon Conference Choir. We sat down with Mrs. Rolfson to talk to her about these performances.
What is Madrigal and what do they do?
Madrigal is really a season thing. Every other year we do a Renaissance Madrigal, which is a typical madrigal with the king and queen, and we have a Mertensire and Jester. And then every other year we call it Madrigal, but it's not really Madrigal. We do Scrooge, a performance of Scrooge. And it's at Christmas time, holiday time, and we just do a big show, a big dinner, and have a lot of fun making beautiful music and watch a little play that the kids do a really good job.
Why do you do Madrigal in the first place?
I do it because it's been done for 30 plus years. And it is so hard, but the memories that the kids bring back to high school, all of them say, I remember Madrigal. I remember Madrigal. So it's a tradition. Centralia is all about traditions, and it's a tradition that I just can't stop.
Can you explain what the CC is?
Clarence Cannon Conference is a choir that I take chamber choir to. We rehearse on Saturday of that Madrigal weekend, and we go to Monroe City from 8 to 2. We rehearse all day long, and then they come here and they have the Madrigal that night, and then we go on a tour between 3 of the Clarence Cannon schools on Monday. This year we went to Monroe City and we went here. Next year we might go to Clark County, we might go to Macon, we might go any of our districts.
Are you proud of all the students that participate in these activities?
Incredibly. My kids dedicate so much time, and I take them for granted a lot, but I realize how much they really do.
Next, we interviewed some of our band members who went to the conference and district band.
Why did you initially join band and when? And then what is your favorite part about it?
I started band 5th grade. I actually started the summer before, but I joined band because my mom played in band in high school and I really love music. My favorite part about band probably has to be the people that I get to interact with.
5th grade because Mrs. Kale told me to. Probably the band competitions. Everyone sits out on blankets and we eat chicken strips.
I joined band back in 5th grade whenever I actually lived in Nebraska. I really didn't have anything else to do at the time, and it was like an extracurricular, so to fill up my schedule, I decided to join band. Favorite thing I enjoy about band is probably the time you get to spend with friends and people you know that all enjoy the same thing of music, instrumental music, and just being able to connect in that way.
I joined band in the 6th grade. And I was in Blue Springs, and so I joined it because you were encouraged to take a music credit, so I joined band. My favorite part is the people that are in band and how close-knit we are as a family.
What does a typical day in band look like?
Well, first we have to pull out our instruments and set up our instruments, chairs and stands. Then we work on music. So, like right now we're working on Christmas music because we've got a concert tomorrow. So then we can work on pep band music after we're done with that.
Steven playing Careless Whisper while the percussion instruments belch and everyone's roasting each other.
Us playing our pieces that we're getting ready for concert. A concert we're doing, unless we're in marching season, then we're getting all of our marching pieces ready. So it's really just a lot of practice.
A typical day involves warming up and then starting in on our concert songs, and then just going through each of the songs and stopping and fixing things that we're having trouble with, and then eventually playing the song through if we get there.
What instruments do you play?
I play flute and piccolo.
Flute.
I play the trumpet and the piano. For band, I play trumpet. For choir, I play piano. And also for a jazz band, I've played both.
I play the clarinet only, so I'm not as versatile as a lot of people. But
Of those, which one would you consider your favorite?
Flute.
Personally, I like the piano just because I feel I can express myself better on it, and I don't know. I mean, depends on what I'm doing. If it's jazz band, I like to play trumpet, but overall, I like to play the piano more.
Do you enjoy marching, or can you tell me more about that?
Marching band, we go outside. We have put together charts where we make pictures. So we have to learn all of that, learn the music, memorize music, and then try to put it together the best we can.
Oh, it's the best part of the year.
I prefer regular band. I like the concert feel of us being able to make those pieces, and I like the way they sound better. Personally, I prefer over marching.
I do enjoy marching, though not a lot of people do, but it's just another part of band, and it does take a toll on your body at some points, but it's a lot of fun.
When you're performing, what do you think is the most important thing to keep in mind?
Probably to pay attention to Miss Neighbors, because she's always the one that is in control of the band.
Make every performance the best performance.
I think the most important thing is probably to focus on making the pieces musical and focusing on the director to make sure you're all sticking together. But yeah, making it a piece of music rather than just notes on a page.
Stay calm, that's the most important thing. Calmness is the biggest thing, because you need your air and you need to keep control of your breathing. And also whenever you're all anxious and stuff, your hands start to shake, and so that can contribute to your playing. So just stay calm.
What is one thing you wish everyone knew about band?
That it's not as easy as most people think, because a lot of people think that it's easy. Oh, they're not doing much, they're just playing an instrument, but playing an instrument isn't easy in the first place.
How much time we put into it, because we go out and practice for hours and hours and hours and only get maybe 5 to 7 minutes. And it's really hard to perform when everyone's on their phones or getting up to leave.
I wish everyone knew that band was about not just music, but having a connection of musicians together and being able to hang out with your friends, because most people don't view band as the greatest thing in the world. They view it as, wow, you just sit around and you play music. I mean, yeah, we play music, but it's also you're connecting with your peers and friends, getting to do one major event that is a collection of people.
I wish everyone knew how much work the band puts in. I know sometimes a wrong note will make you sound not as good as the professionals, but there is a lot of work that does go into performing, and so that's something that a lot of people don't know, is how much work we put in.
Can you tell me anything about conference or districts, just like how it went?
So I tried out for both conference and districts. This was my fourth time trying out for conference, and my fourth time making it into conference. I got 5th chair in conference band, and then this was my first time trying out for districts, and I got 18th chair in districts out of 24.
Now when you say chair, is that equivalent to place, or?
Yeah, so it's similar to placing in a race or whatever. Your first chair is your best player, and your last chair is your worst.
We sent a staff member to interview coaches and students about various winter sports.
Taking wrestling.
Wrestling.
I do wrestling.
I watched it and I enjoyed it. It looked fun.
Because I've been doing it since I was little and all my friends do it.
To be part of the family that is created when you join the sport. Time that you get to spend with all that family that you create.
I don't know, everybody told me to do it, so I joined.
The team, for sure. It's like a family. It's pretty fun.
The family atmosphere and that when you feel down, everyone else helps bring you up.
Going on the long tournaments and watching your best friends wrestle, that's probably
It gets me in shape for football, and I like to push rides and meets and stuff.
2 students went out to ask their peers some interesting questions with the opportunity to win a prize in this production's Man on the Street.
Hey Beth, you want to be interviewed? Yes, you do. Come over here.
Because you're my friend.
Alright.
No, are you gonna say stupid?
Maybe. If you can change all the cars in the world to something else, what would it be?
Like make all the cars in the world one car?
Or anything else?
Okay, easily bags of breadsticks.
What 2 animals would you combine to make one super animal, and why?
An eagle and a cheetah, because then it could fly at like the speed of light.
If your life was a video game, what cheat codes do you use?
Tricking people into doing things for me. Like making them feel like they're gonna do it.
Do a Fortnite dance for a prize. Alright, Aaron.
Alright, here's your prize.
Here's your prize.
I literally hate you.
See you, Beth.
Bye.
I believe that was successful. Now we just wait for our next victim.
Alright, you ready?
Wait. You can cut out my pauses, right?
Yes. If you can change all the cars in the world to something else, what would it be?
Scooters.
Scooters? Like razor scooters or motor scooters?
Like the birds.
What 2 animals would you combine to make one super animal, and why?
A frog and a zebra.
Why?
Because that would just look a frog with a zebra.
So not like a zebra that looks like a frog, but a frog that looks like a zebra?
No, I hate that.
If your life was a video game, what cheat codes would you use?
Like freezing time.
What would you do with that?
Do all my homework. No, that's a bad answer. Reverse time, so that when I do something stupid, I can go back and reverse it.
Do a Fortnite dance for a prize. Alrighty. See that prize? Here you go. There you go. Thanks, Bailey.
Interview 2 is successful. She liked her carrot. I think that's a keeper.
Allery, you want to get interviewed? Sure. Alrighty. If you can change all the cars in the world to something else, what would it be?
Spaceship.
What 2 animals would you combine to make one super animal, and why?
A lion and a tiger, because they're both scary.
So like a liger?
Yeah.
If your life was a video game, what cheat codes would you use?
Easier morning, more time.
Do a Fortnite dance for a prize.
I don't want to.
It's for a prize though. It's worth
I'm
it.
good.
If you guys can change all the cars in the world to something else, what would it be?
Money. A lot more cars.
But if there's no cars in the world, and
cats.
it's just money.
Well, I'll just write airplanes.
What 2 animals would you combine to make one super animal, and why?
A lion and a tiger to make a liger.
Oh, I would probably mix like a goldfish and a grizzly bear. Yeah.
Why?
Why? You ever seen a goldfish and a grizzly bear?
No. If your life was a video game, what cheat codes would you use?
I'd use the one on Grand Theft Auto, the gravity fall, where you just floating in the air.
Easy question. Melee punch.
Do a Fortnite dance for a prize.
Alright, here we go.
Alrighty.
Oh, you can go.
Let's go. All right, toss it here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
That's a dope goal.
We have Brendan here. I don't expect this interview will go well, but it's whatever. If you can change all the cars in the world to something else, what would it be?
It would be a 1920s Model T.
Why?
Because everybody would break down.
What two animals would you combine to make one super animal and why?
A bear and a crocodile. Specifically, a grizzly bear.
Why?
It would dominate the swamps and it would dominate the forest. And that's like
So
a lot
like
of the
Shrek?
world. Yeah, basically.
If your life was a video game, what cheat codes would you use?
Invisibility, invincibility, flying.
So just like
everything.
Don't die.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever. Do a Fortnite dance for a prize.
I got one. Take my prize. Oh wow, a carrot? Oh, feed it. Wow, it's a great prize.
You can change all the cars in the world to something else. What would it be?
Potatoes.
You can go to class. One of our staff members interviewed the drama club sponsor and members about their upcoming performance.
What is drama club and how does it differ from drama class?
Drama club is after school, and it is mainly in the hopes of producing 2 major plays over the course of the year, and then some extra events too. So whereas drama class, students complete projects and they learn more of the academic part of drama, drama club is practicing the drama itself. So we do pretty large-scale productions and events.
What is your favorite play from drama club?
That's a really good question. It's one that we performed a couple of years ago called The Curious Savage. And I think the reason that one is my favorite is because it was the first time that I think we had as many resources as we've had recently to do something full scale to the way that we wanted to do it. So we had full costumes and we had a full set for it, and it just sort of everything came together. And the story was really good too.
It would definitely be The Importance of Being Earnest. It was my very first play. All the lines were like paragraph-long rants, and I got to get very over the top, and it was just a lot of fun, and it's what got me into the club to begin with.
I think my favorite play from Drama Club is the one that Max wrote. I was Wanda Price in The Marvelous Mental Mystery of the Alvarado Mansion, and that was just a really lot of fun, and it was just interesting to bring to life what Max had written.
I forgot all the plays. The Alvarado Mansion one, that one. Was a good one.
What play are you guys doing for the winter play?
The winter play that we're doing, which is going to be in January, is called You Can't Take It With You. It's a comedy, and it's basically about a really kooky family, and the daughter of the family, who's the most normal one, is introducing her fiance to her family, and she is super embarrassed, so she wants them to be on their best behavior. And when the fiance and his family arrive to meet them, it's the wrong day, and chaos ensues, and it's really it's hilarious, but everyone's very lovable. And then we're going to be doing the Crucible in spring, which is super famous.
What are the elements of a good play?
I think the most important one is the acting, or the people who are in it and the actors. And more than anything, it has to be people who want to be there and want to be part of a cast of people, so they know that they're going to be part of something that's bigger. Other than that, I think they are the ones who convey and communicate the story that we're trying to tell. And so the story itself is important, but I think that the people who are in it are the most important.
How long have you been a part of drama club?
I joined drama club during my sophomore year of high school, and I've been in it ever since, so that would be 3 years now.
I've been a part of drama club since my sophomore year. I started with the spring play my sophomore year, and then I've been a part of drama club ever since.
Since freshman year.
What got you into acting and or drama club?
It's my dream to someday do comedy and be a comedian, and because of that I wanted to get more comfortable on the stage and in front of a crowd, and drama just seemed like one of the easiest ways to do it. I could find roles that would be more of a comic relief so that I could get practice making people laugh in front of, being on the stage and being in front of people, so it just seemed like the best option.
I went to the winter play my sophomore year because I was supporting Max, who was one of the lead characters in that play, and then he was like, you should join, and so I did, and I've been here.
Nick actually came up to me one day and told me to just do it, so I did.
How do you prepare for a character/role?
One of my first steps is I watch a version of the play online, and I see a way a different actor portrays it. Some people would say no to this, that it kind of gives you a bias when acting, but I don't really see it that way. I see it as I can see this person's take on a character, find out what I like about that, what's good about it, and then go from there, make the character my own.
I prepare by practicing lines, and usually that's all the farther that I get before the play starts, and then I just try to get into the character and react to what other people are saying.
I usually see if there's like an online version of the character, and then I just kind of either steal their version or I wing it.
What life skills can we learn from theater?
If you are looking for a way to get comfortable in front of a crowd, public speaking, which is a big part of life, it is one of the best ways to do it, where not only do you get the experience you're looking for, but you can have a lot of fun while doing so. A lot of people think acting is this skill that if you're going to be an actor someday, it's great, but other than that, it's useless, and I don't think that's the case. We all do some form of acting, whether we know it or not. Politicians who get up and give speech and stuff are acting in front of a crowd. It's every day we do it and we don't know it. And getting comfortable in front of a crowd is one of the #1 skills you can learn from drama.
Public speaking is definitely a really good life skill. Also, like learning how to read what other people are saying and how they're saying it, that's another interesting life skill. And it also helps to learn how to use your body to portray certain emotions and things.
Definitely confidence, and that's pretty much it.
We sent one student to film an ASMR for the comfort of your ears.
Okay, so today we're going to be filming ASMR. We are going to be doing this with a select number of foods, such as rice rolls, pickles, and frozen popsicle sticks. So first we're going to do rice rolls. Tasty. Crunchy. delicious item. I will be eating pickles. They're very wet. Tasty. You can pick these up at your local Dollar Tree. They come unrefrigerated. Just because I'm feeling generous, I'm going to throw in another pickle for the fans at home. This is probably the biggest pickle I have ever seen in my entire life. Check that out. Okay, for our last item, our delicious item actually, we have popsicle sticks. Okay, I don't know what flavor this is or anything, but all I know is that's big. Now, I can consume it with enjoyment. Very cold. These are very poor in taste. That's it for this video. To say the least, I think the crunchy rice rolls might have been a favorite, but the pickles were pretty good too. The popsicle sticks, don't even try them.
We want to wish everybody a happy holidays.
And we look forward to what's to come in 2019. Solid.
That's good. I'll probably use that.
Wait, this little number? I'm part
Did you
gecko.
just move your eyes independently? That's weird.